Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Well, I'm still trying to get over yesterday. I woke up this morning and it's still on my mind. It's still depressing me. Yesterday was one of the most embarrassing performances I've seen from Arsenal, and there's been many over the recent times. Beaten 5-0. Manchester City fans were singing to us on the day it should have been 10. And you know what? They were spot on. It should have been 10. Had it not been for Leno putting off a string of good saves, it would have been 10. It was so one-sided. It was absolutely unbelievable, embarrassing, ridiculous that we spent £129 million so far in the transfer market. And we are no closer to a team like Manchester City, not even near. And, you know, fans were there. I mean, I didn't leave Manchester yesterday until late, funny enough. So even though it was an early kickoff, I didn't leave until, well, I got home about, just about 11 o'clock last night. And, fans were debating, they stuck around after the game and they were debating, the future of Mikel Arteta, the future of Edu, who's been doing the signings, just the whole situation at Arsenal. Where are we? We are bottom of the league at the moment. I can't believe it. After 3 games, bottom of the league, worst start in 67 years. I think the last time we were bottom of the league as well was like, after 3 games was way back in 1974. The pressure is on Mikel Arteta to do something. I think he's lucky, really, that there's a bit of an international break. I mean, there's a lot of people saying that he shouldn't emerge after the international break. He will do, but he's very lucky that this break is here. He said in his press conference that will give him time to get players back. But what about getting some players in? I think he's under pressure now, him and Edu, to do something before the end of the transfer window, particularly with the fact that, Man United, who are going to play today, you see them exciting their fan base with bringing in Ronaldo. Listen, he's not going to be able to bring in a Ronaldo, but I think also if there's something exciting that can be done out there to give this team a spark between now and Tuesday, they may have to move. I mean, yeah, they're under big pressure. They're under big pressure to make something happen because, as I said, £129 million spent, and no difference at the moment. No difference to what we've been seeing from last year. If anything, it's worse. Will they move for Hossein Mawar? That's the one I think that a lot of people are looking at and thinking that's a possibility that could happen. I mean, there's going to be other possibilities. It's going to open up over the next couple of days. Players are going to emerge as available that you didn't think was available. But Hossein Mawar seems to be the obvious one. You guys already know the drill. I've said it a million times. Available on loan, with an option to buy, available for 17 to 24 million pounds. This is a guy that last year we were bidding like nearly 50 million for and we couldn't get, and he's available now for that small amount of money. Arsenal needs something. The midfield looked pitiful yesterday. Odegaard wasn't too bad, but the position he was playing in, I mean, I didn't understand some of the positions that certain players were playing in. But what about maybe a Hossein Mawar? Will Arsenal maybe move for a striker? There's been rumours of ANDREA Belotti of Torino. Now, he's available. Got a reported fee of about £29 million, but Torino may accept less. His contract's running down, and they would rather cash in on him or see him walk away for nothing next season. He had been linked with moves to Inter Milan, but that didn't materialise. Will he be a player that Arsenal moving for? There's been rumours, of course, all summer about Lacazette moving. I think Arsenal would like to get him off of the wage bill, but surely, especially after what we've been seeing, they couldn't let him go without bringing another striker in. There's also been rumours saying that Aubameyang could even be offered up for around about £25 million. But as I said, surely there's no way they could let a striker, those 2 strikers of their experience, go without bringing another striker in. And Belotti, I think his style would be suited to the Premier League. His hold-up play, he's big, he's strong, and he's a good finisher as well. Played in the Euros, of course. Could it be a player that Arsenal move for? Again, one we're going to have to wait and see. Willian is apparently on the verge of leaving Arsenal. He's going to tear up his current contract. I mean, he's actually doing Arsenal a bit of a favour here. I mean, we did him a massive favour in taking him off for a year anyway, but he's actually doing Arsenal a massive favour because he's about to just rip up his contract and leave to probably join Corinthians over there in Brazil. That will save Arsenal around about £20 million in wages. We know that he's been on really, really high wages. That will save Arsenal a lot of money if Willian leaves. And certainly he's set to leave. He wasn't in the squad yesterday. Always a good indication because he has recovered from COVID, but always a big indication of what is going to happen with a player if they're not in the squad at all. And he was completely left out. Another player who wasn't in the squad, but not because he was completely left out. He's still injured. Is Eddie Nketiah, but again, he does look set to leave the club. Crystal Palace are the club that won him. They seem to be, the way they were talking, even in their press conferences after their game yesterday, they seem to be fairly confident of getting their man. There has been a sticking point on the fee. Arsenal, as we know, want around about £20 million. Crystal Palace saying around about £10 million, but it does look like some sort of compromise will be met before the end of the transfer window, which of course shuts in 2 days' time, and he will be on his way to Palace. But again, it's not 100% done yet, so let's wait and see. Palace also said to want REISS Nelson. Again, another player who wasn't even in the squad yesterday. Again, as I said, an indication that he's probably on his way out as well. REISS Nelson, he needs to play football. Probably we're looking at another loan as well, again, for REISS Nelson. He's had a lot of loans, but he looks to be set to be moving as well. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is another one that's been heavily linked today with a move to Everton. Everton really interested in him. Everton got off to a really good start this season as well. He might be looking at it and saying, oh, you know what, that'd be a great move. Of course, Alex Iwobi is up there as well. And Everton are really, really interested in bringing Ainsley Maitland-Niles up to Merseyside. Could this one happen? Newcastle are also said to be another club that are interested in Ainsley Maitland-Niles. But again, none of them really talking about a fee. Both of them talking about loaning him. Remember, last season, we could have got over £20 million for him when Wolves wanted him, but we ended up keeping hold of him. And we've kept hold of him. We haven't really used him. He came on in the game yesterday, but only really at the end. Again, I do think he will be leaving Arsenal on loan. We're shedding a lot of players. Again, as I said, Mikel Arteta's had him playing sort of as a midfielder, not right back. He's been figuring him in midfield. But if he goes, again, does that free up space for Hossein Mawar? We're going to have to wait and see. The big surprise, both on Wednesday night and yesterday, was to see Sead Kolasinac playing a full 90 minutes yesterday and a full 90 minutes the other night as well. Is he staying at Arsenal? There's been talks, of course, that he, again, was going to be another player that was just going to leave on a free contract. Arsenal weren't looking a fee for him. They just wanted to get him off the wage bill on over £100,000 a week at Arsenal. But apparently there's no agreement yet reached with Fenerbahce. That was the club that was said to be the most interested in him. The possible link up with Mesut Ozil at Fenerbahce. We know they're good friends. But there's a lot of talk that they're struggling to reach agreement, Kolasinac and Fenerbahce. Of course, the sticking point is the fee. When I say the fee, it's the money that he's on. He's on huge wages, as I've just said, and Fenerbahce are not prepared to pay that. He's not prepared to drop his wage demands. Who can blame him? He could stay at Arsenal, sit there on 100 grand a week. He doesn't want to go and take a massive pay drop by going to Fenerbahce. So it's a sticking point at the moment. Will that one still happen before the end of the transfer window? Is he now an important player for Mikel Arteta? As I said, played him in the last couple games. I don't know. Again, I found it baffling to see him on the pitch yesterday after we thought he was on his way out. Is he on his way out? Could he be a player staying? And of course, a player who wasn't in the squad at all yesterday was Hector Bellerin. We know that he's been injured, but when I looked on the website, I was sure that on Friday that they were saying that he had returned to training, and and he didn't even figure in the squad yesterday, despite the fact that we had 2 goalkeepers in that squad. So does that indicate again that Hector Bellerin is going to be leaving? And if so, where? Because there's not really been any suitors come forward since, there were the rumors of Barcelona, there were some rumors of Inter Milan, but nobody's really come forward for Hector Bellerin. And can we afford to even let Hector Bellerin go when we see what's going on in the right-back position yesterday? I mean, Cedric was very poor yesterday. Callum Chambers, poor. If Ainsley Maitland-Niles is going out on loan, unless we're bringing in a right-back, how can we then let Hector Bellerin leave? It's looking a bit of a mess, if I'm being honest. There's 2 days to go. Mikel Arteta and Edu are under extreme pressure. Whatever they do in these next couple of days, and I'm not just talking about incomings, I'm on about outgoings as well, it's going to be scrutinized very, very hard because his job's on the line. Bottom of the league, no matter what they're saying, we're backing our man and stuff like that. For a club like Arsenal to be bottom of the league after 3 games with 9 goals conceded is absolutely shameful, and something needs to be fixed. Couple of days to fix something in this transfer window, get everybody buzzing again for that next game against Norwich when we come back. But it's tough times being an Arsenal fan right now. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to check out all of our content from the game yesterday. I want to say a happy belated birthday going out to Lee Judges as well. Didn't catch him. He was in the studio. And don't forget to subscribe here to AFTV, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.